What up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we have yet another BJ's Wholesale Club haul. I have really been leaning into BJ's lately because they just have such a wonderful shopping experience. I say it pretty much every time, but I just want to make it known that Costco is still probably my favorite. But if you happen to have a BJ's in your area and you haven't checked it out yet, I would 100% recommend looking into a membership. They do a lot of introductory offers where you can pretty much get your first year for free. If you happen to be new here, hi, how are you? How's the family? Thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail and giving me a chance. On this channel, I do a lot of haul videos, so if you want to see what's new at the wholesale clubs or Trader Joe's, please feel free to check out the rest of my channel because I have plenty more content of it. I also share recipe inspiration if you need help with meal planning. If you enjoy the vibe while you're here, I would love it if you'd subscribe. We're gonna first dive into the haul. I'll include all of the prices for my Jacksonville, Florida area in case it helps you when you're trying to manage your grocery budget. And then at the end, my husband's gonna join us and we're gonna try a bakery item that I picked up during this haul and give you our honest feedback on it. All right, my friends, we have a little BJ's haul. We will probably be back again because we are going on a road trip. And I know I'm gonna need to stock. But for now, I just wanted to grab some staples to hold us over. I think once we get back from the road trip, we'll be going to Costco. So get excited for that because that's usually a big one. But anyways, here's what I grabbed at BJ's today. I really wanted to get stocked up on both eggs and milk. That way I don't have to think about it for the road trip. So I grabbed 2 packs of 18 eggs times 2. So we have 72 eggs if I'm mathing correctly. Egg prices are starting to head back down, so I am excited about that. For these UPCs in December of 2024, the egg price was $10.99 per my BJ's receipt from my December purchase. So I'm trying to, that's kind of like my marker of where I'd love it to be at or below. So once we get below that, I'm gonna be a really happy girl. Also, I have 2 3.5 gallon packs of milk. This is the organic 2% from the BJ's brand Wellesley Farms. I also grabbed some organic whole milk yogurt. That's just for the kiddos. They love to have yogurt. It's one of their favorite things. I also got some heavy whipping cream because we've been making ice creams and stuff like that. And I just pretty much love to have that on hand. This was on sale, which anytime it's on sale, I'm going to grab it, say less, because I love this brand of butter. It is so great. I know Costco actually has their own Kirkland version of this, but since it was on sale, I just grabbed it. I think I want to try and make some frozen custard, and I'm pretty sure you need butter, and I want really good quality butter, so there's that. I also grabbed some mini cucumbers because these were on sale. I love when produce is on sale. I don't know why, that just feels like a luxury. So I got a tray of those. I also got some baby cut carrots. This is just good to have on hand for snacks for us. Also, we like to do these as a side for the kids. We take our RV for our road trip, and I do have a rice cooker in there, which is super easy to steam up veggies. So I love having that on hand for that. I grabbed some frozen chicken nuggets because although we try our best to make most things from scratch, we are just like everybody else over here, and I do have frozen items in the freezer to lean on the crazy days. I grabbed some kale. I didn't think it was like this. I thought it was like, the picture looked like actual like kale leaves like this, but it was a bag of pre-cut kale, which is fine. That's gonna be for like juicing and stuff like that. They didn't have organic on hand, which is ideal for juicing, but I don't care. Over here, I grabbed some organic romaine. This is gonna be to refill our salad bar, which we are still loving. I'll link the video down below because you guys wanna watch that video. I turned a section of my refrigerator into a salad bar, and it has been, I think, like almost 6 weeks now. We are still going strong with it, and I absolutely love it. I grabbed the kids some raspberries. This is like their top favorite breakfast item, at least the twins. My oldest really doesn't like raspberries very much. I grabbed some bananas. I have a funny story about this. I've been grabbing the bananas during my BJ's hauls. They were supposed to be buy one, get one free. I looked at my last receipt and I noticed when I was editing a video actually that it wasn't buy one, get one free, but it's only like $1.49 or something. So I wasn't gonna like call and complain about the buy one, get one free. But I went and did it again today, and yet again, they were not buy one, get one free. And I was like, what is going on? Then I looked, it's if you buy a yogurt, like a specific yogurt, then you get bananas for free. It wasn't like if you buy 2 bananas, it's buy one, get one free. So good job, Kate, way to pay attention. I grabbed Nilla wafers. This is so not usually us, but we got the kids some animal crackers and they loved them, but they were out of stock on animal crackers. So I figured I'll give them some Nilla wafers as like a little treat every so often. and that's kind of like the same vibe. I also grabbed 2 packs of these applesauce pouches. They go crazy for these, and the price is really good. And when we're in the RV, this is super handy to have, especially when we're in the Disney parks. I like to keep a couple of them in our little snack bag, and then if they're getting a little feral, I can just toss them some applesauce and everybody's happy. I saw these. I was really excited about this because I usually grab them like granola bars type things from Thrive. I try my best to pick, you know, the least ingredient options, but sometimes you just have to lean on stuff like that. I also grabbed a 2-pack of pizza sauce. I normally just use marinara anytime it calls for pizza sauce, but I saw this and I'm making some calzones soon, and I thought let's just have some pizza sauce specifically for those. For the calzones, I also grabbed some mozzarella cheese. I got a whole block. We like shredding the cheese ourselves, so I'll probably freeze this for about an hour to make it a little easier on myself to shred it up. That'll go in the calzones and also just be for snacking probably. I grabbed a pack of pepperoni for the calzones as well. And then last but not least, this is gonna be part of our taste test. I grabbed these coffee cake cheese bites because I am determined to just eat through the entire BJ's bakery. All right, so that is everything we grabbed at BJ's. Let's head over to that taste test.
I figured your eye's starting to heal, so now's an appropriate time to wear a dinosaur shirt.
If you know, you know. I'm not going to be one of those people. My child threw a dinosaur at my eye recently, and I had an eye injury. And this guy just showed up to this wearing a dinosaur shirt. It feels like a direct attack. I'm not going to lie, John.
Listen, it's the dinosaur's fault.
If you want to hear that story, I'll have the recipe linked down below. I'll have the recipe for that story. Or I'll have the video where I talked about it because it's pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Now that we've gotten through the trauma of it, it's pretty hilarious. And thank you all for your kind words when I did share that. My eye is feeling much better. I still haven't put contacts back in yet because I wanted to give it a couple weeks to fully heal. So that's been a fun time. But I think I'm gonna be introducing contacts again this week and it feels pretty good. So anyways, we have a new bakery item to taste test. I have put this in my cart like the last 6 grocery orders, but then ended up talking myself into something else.
If I knew that, I would have told you to buy them.
Really? It just sounds intriguing. They are coffee cake, move your face, cheese bites. It's $11.99, but it comes with 32 of them. Also, I feel like this is gonna freeze well, so I'm probably gonna stick a bunch in the freezer if John doesn't eat them all today, because this looks like both of our vibes.
Because I love coffee cake.
I do too. The cheese part, I'm guessing, is cream cheese. It doesn't tell you.
I want to know.
It's a mystery.
I want to know.
It's just a mystery. They just want you to figure it out on your own.
Well, let's dive in.
Okay, let's dive in. All right, so I'm gonna take this guy.
I'll take this one.
It's like glistening.
Ooh.
Look at that.
She's a beaut.
She's a beaut, clack.
You and me need to have some words. This is like the 5th time you've done this.
What did I do?
You put things in the cart, or you're like, oh, I saw that and I was going to get it, and then you don't get it, and then you end up getting it, and we're like, why didn't we get this sooner?
Well, we've eaten some great... The thing is, the BJ's Bakery, it's hard because they have some bangers, man.
Their bakery is on
It's
point.
so good. I don't even know what to say. That reminds me of like those, you know those like coffee cakes like from Entenmann's or whatever? Or like Little Debbie. You know those ones that you can get? It reminds me of that, but like... to the 10th power.
It's like that, but even though these aren't fresh, they taste fresh.
No, but they are fresh. They're just from yesterday.
Like they just made those at the BJ's?
Oh, you're talking about like ship-wise? Like you're saying if you had just walked into a bakery.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they taste like they just came out of the oven.
Yep.
Just not warm.
Yeah. Like it's been sitting for an hour, but not 3 days being packaged.
Right. People be sleeping on BJ's, man.
The cheese must be mixed into the batter because there's not like, I was expecting it to be like a cheese Danish or something where you have like that pocket of cheese that happens, but I didn't get that from it, or it wasn't like filled with cheese. So whatever the cheese is, it's a mystery. Maybe they sprinkle Parmesan at the end. I'm not sure. I don't think that's what happened. The texture of it is just phenomenal. I'm going, well, let's talk about sweetness factor. I'd say it's probably like an 8 on the sweet factor. It's up there. It's up there. 8, 8.5. Yeah, it's up there. I feel like pastries sometimes could be breakfast, could be dessert. This is headed into dessert territory, okay? But you could have one with a cup of coffee, I feel like, and it would be good.
Or two.
Or two. I would say rating-wise, I'm going 9.
I'm going 9.5.
9.5.
9.5.
Yeah.
Almost a 10.
If you see this at your BJ's, I think it's worth picking up. $11.99 is on the pricier side for them. Most of their bakery items are usually under $10, but because of the fact that you get 32, I still feel like that's a pretty good value for it. And you would be everybody's favorite coworker if you needed to bring something to work.
Yes.
You know?
Or like
Pick up,
a big family event.
Yes.
You show up, you bang.
Imagine if you're having like a brunch with your friends, you show up with this and one of those like jugs of coffee.
Oh.
You'd be everybody's best friend, you know?
Sure.
All right, so we're gonna get that feedback over to corporate. I hope we delivered whatever you needed when you clicked on that thumbnail, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye.